A Himalayan folk horror story. The wind howled through the mountain pass like a dying animal, its icy fingers tugging at Ethan Cole's Gore-Tex jacket. He paused on the narrow trail, his breath coming in ragged white plumes, and squinted at the GPS device in his shaking hands. The screen flickered ominously before going dark. "Damn it!" His shout echoed across the barren slopes, swallowed by the gathering storm clouds. Somewhere behind him, his trekking group had vanished in the whiteout. Somewhere ahead lay salvation, or so he hoped. As the first snowflakes began to fall, Ethan spotted movement further down the trail. A figure emerged from the swirling mist, draped in ragged yak wool robes that flapped like wings in the wind. The shepherd carried a crooked staff topped with what looked like, were those human teeth strung together? "Hello, can you help me?" Ethan called out, his voice thin against the mountain's indifference. The shepherd turned slowly. His face remained hidden beneath a deep hood, but Ethan caught the gleam of eyes. Too large, too reflective. The man's hands, when they gestured for Ethan to follow, ended in nails that curled like talons. The stone hut smelled of rancid fat and something metallic. Ethan sat by the meager fire, rubbing his numb fingers, trying not to stare at the strange amulets hanging from the ceiling. They looked like knuckle bones, human knuckle bones. "You are lost." The shepherd's voice rasped like dry leaves over stone. It wasn't a question. "Yeah, my group." "The mountains take what they want." The shepherd poured a viscous black liquid into a cracked cup. "Drink." Ethan's stomach turned at the smell, copper and spoiled milk. But the cold had seeped into his marrow and the fire's warmth did little to chase it away. He gagged as the thick liquid coated his throat. The nightmare came as Ethan fitfully slept. He stood in a vast cavern, its walls pulsating like living flesh. Before him loomed a monstrous shape, part goat, part something far older. Its obsidian horns scraped the cavern ceiling as it turned a head with too many eyes toward him. "You accepted the gift," the thing whispered, without moving its mouth. "Now you will wear its truth." Ethan woke screaming, his hands flying to his face. His fingers encountered strange ridges along his forehead. In the hut's dim firelight, he saw his reflection in a metal bowl, two nubs of bone pushing through his skin just above his eyebrows. By the third day, Ethan couldn't remove the amulet. The black stone goat's head had fused to his chest, its carved horns now protruding through his skin. When he tried to pry it off, white-hot pain shot through his body, and the amulet pulsed like a second heartbeat. His transformation accelerated, his fingernails darkened to onyx, hardening and curving into claws. His teeth loosened, replaced by sharpened points that cut his tongue when he spoke. The hunger came then, a gnawing, insatiable void in his gut that made the thought of raw meat irresistible. The village at the mountain's base should have meant salvation, but the people here moved wrong. Their heads tilted at unnatural angles when they regarded him. Their eyes reflected firelight like an animal's. None spoke as Ethan staggered into the central square, his body racked with spasms as his spine began to curve. An elder approached, his face a roadmap of scars arranged in strange patterns. He placed a gnarled hand, too many joints, too long fingers, on Ethan's heaving chest. "The black goat claims its children," the elder whispered, breath reeking of rotting meat. "You wear its mark now." Behind him, villagers began removing their clothes, revealing grotesque mutations beneath, Twisted horns, patches of coarse hair, mouths that split too wide. They knelt before a massive stone idol half buried in the earth, a monstrous goat-headed deity with empty eye sockets that seemed to follow Ethan's movements. The storm passed. On the mountain trail, a new shepherd watched over a flock of unusually large goats. His horns gleamed in the morning sun, his 2 long fingers stroking the black stone amulet fused to his chest. In the valley below, the villagers prepared another offering. Somewhere far away, a trekking company reported a missing hiker. But the mountains, as always, kept what was theirs.